Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. And let's start with the usual commands. Wait, no. R.fog. 0. That's fine. Actually, just out of curiosity, stat FPS, because I think it's funny. So if I'm all the way out here, I found a spot in my world that I get over 40 FPS still. That's amazing. Of course, I'm pretty sure if I just look at everything else, then it's going to drop. But, you know, if I face the edge of the world, at the edge of the world. Nice. But, all right. So, I did do a little bit more of the artistic stuff. Architecture? Whatever. Still need to put a roof on it, but I do that later, because I'm not sure how I want to do it. Dang it, of course. Why did I save the game right before it turned night? Building out here sucks. Thankfully, the murky water line is more or less the line for the swamp. So even down here, I don't lose all the color. So I'm hoping I can build most of the actual factory. Hey, 2 meter Matt. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, sorry about that. Oh, she meant well. That's funny. So I think we're gonna. This is gonna take forever, but I'm gonna get started. Going nuclear, and I think I'm actually gonna build this probably pretty backwards for most people, and I'm gonna start with building the reactors and work my way back into the factory, mainly because I wanted to have it up against like the edge of the world, but since I don't really feel like I could angle this whole factory at 45 degrees and then really run it along the side, I don't want to. It seems like it's just going to make things complicated for everything else, because bringing in all the resources. So I just figured I would bring it back, and then reactors back, and then just build the parts I need. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is I'm just going to build forward. So I'm going to do the reactors, and then I think I'm going to do all the water extractors, and then build the factory on top of it. And then that way, I'm hoping that I need 0 pumps. If I can just keep everything right here on this ground level. That's my hope. It is going to be probably pretty big. And you know what I really should do is just, we're going to be out here. I have not painted yellow because that's not going to stand out. Let's put it right by the drone port, so hopefully I don't forget. Painted everything yellow so that I remember to delete it, but I shouldn't need any of this stuff right now. Let's just drop off a bunch of this stuff. Actually, I'll hold on to some quartz just in case. That's fine. Frees up some space. Alright, so sinking the waste? Yeah, I'm gonna turn them into the plutonium fuel rods and sink those. I just like the idea of this being able to run indefinitely instead of there being like a playtime clock that I could calculate. Just being like, oh, this will run for 1,000 hours. I'm like, but what if I want to play longer than that? What if? What else am I gonna need out here? I'm gonna need a ton of steel beams. Actually, no, I am gonna need quartz because I'm gonna make signs. That's the correct answer. I just feel like unless you have a goal in mind, like I want the max amount of power, it just makes so much more sense. All right, so I think just the quartz I'm gonna turn off. The other two, we're gonna let them run. All right, so I did play around with some blueprints, and I think I have an idea of how I want to lay all this out. But you know what? Let's use a hotbar. Oh man, I don't remember. Well, I guess. Oh boy, I made so many of these, and now I have no clue which ones are which. So we're just gonna have to. We'll just add them all on there, and we'll figure it out. And you know what? Let's throw the actual power plant on there too. Yeah, I'm sure I'll need something else, but we'll figure it out. Same way, storing waste isn't fully automated in my opinion, but hey, that's just me. No, I totally agree. And I don't want to do I had never thought about it until, I don't remember if it was you or somebody else. I think it might have been somebody else mentioned in chat that like you could just mass delete it with the satisfactory calculator, and like that thought had never crossed my mind, but like I immediately was just like, but that just doesn't feel good. Like I don't want to do that. Like I don't know. I think because the only times I've ever really used the satisfactory calculator to mass delete, like I kept everything because I didn't want to just actually delete it, but it was super useful for getting rid of a huge amount of my temporary factories instead of sitting there and highlighting them. That's for sure. All right, so let's see. So I've got that one. Okay, so this is probably the corner we'll start with. And so I know, so if the other factory goes up that way, I'm probably going to run something. So I should probably give myself just a tiny bit more space so things aren't cramped. I just want to give myself tons of space with this so that I just don't have to worry about it. Because I have tons of space, so why not just use it? What's a few extra blocks? Oh, I forgot that I used half foundations. Okay, so let's get the main one lined up on a foundation though. Is that all right? Lined up there. Okay. Well, since I just said I was gonna give myself tons of space, I might as well give myself a little bit more going that way. All right. It's funny that I will fly around and add portals in Satisfactory Calculator website, but mass deleting just feels wrong somehow. What are add portals in the calculator website? I don't think I've heard of that. Yeah, I've only used it just to get rid of a temporary one instead of spending 30 minutes deleting 50 at a time. But like actually deleting them from the world does just kind of feel wrong. It's like, I want those coupons, man. Okay, so this is also going to be, I don't remember how long this is supposed to be. I guess I should just place one. Oh, yeah. I should have known. Really? It's just supercomputers that I'm missing? I thought you needed electromagnetic control rods to actually build these. Huh. What do you use them for? I could have sworn there was an actual... Oh, you use them for the particle accelerator, huh? That's what it's for. Okay. I knew there was one building that used the control rods, and for some reason I thought it was the reactors, but I guess it's not. Okay, so just supercomputers, which I probably put in one of these bins. Why did I place so many? got 44, but we're obviously gonna need. We'll need a few more than that. Just grab all that. Oh, good. Daytime's so much better. What else? Barely any concretes made it here. Yeah, we'll let those ones run a little bit longer. Alright, supercomputers. I don't want to completely decimate my supply. Love it. It's not that common. You basically take an entrance exit of a hypertube and relocate it to another known entrance exit location. Then you can teleport between the relocated entrance exit. No mods needed. Just use Satisfactory Calculator and find the video that explains it better for you. Huh. That's so interesting. So yeah, it's basically like teleportation, huh? That's so neat. I had no idea that that was a thing. Huh. Very neat. So, what was that? Okay, probably. No, let's get it on the middle of the foundation. Oh. Is that seriously somehow? Oh, I guess just the box is somehow bigger than the model. Yeah, I think that's. I think that's how I want it. Where's my? Oh, we're gonna make a. Tonight, yeah. Let's do bright green. Oh, yeah, I probably don't even have. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna make everything super bright. All right, so. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this side, it's gonna be this one. Is that how far? Yeah. I think that's how far I wanted to come. And then I think I made a corner piece for this. I did. Does it fit? It does. Ooh, that is a good question. Let me see. Is it slash like permit? No. How do I know that it's gonna bonk you. Yeah. At least it doesn't time you out because I don't have it. I don't have any bots to do it. It's yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. I thought that there was a way to do it. Slash unraid is how you stop the raid. Yeah, never would have guessed that. That's kind of funny. I've actually never looked through most of these slash commands. No, it doesn't. No, it just shows it as 3 asterisks on my end because I think I have it set up to not allow links. Because man, when you stream to like 0 or 1 person, you get some weird people that come in to chat. That's for sure. Yeah, you can whisper it to me. That'd be great. I'll take a look at that. That definitely sounds interesting. I should just put that color. You can be number 0. All right, there we go. One-stop shop. Yeah, man, and then you're almost forced to interact with those weirdos. Only option is to end stream early, right? Awesome, thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely found it interesting, the people looking to send you their art or graphics designs and all that sort of stuff was the very common one in the beginning, which is, it was always so frustrating because they would start off with the first like 5 or 10 messages, like really nice, asking about like, oh, what games do you play, how often do you stream? Oh, that's nice. And then it's like, hey, do you want to see my art? I'm like, oh man, no. I really should. Well, then I'll at least finish off one whole row. Holy cow, this is going to use a lot of materials. When people are overly friendly, I always get suspicious. Yeah, it is kind of one of those signs usually. I think that was kind of the nice thing about streaming Satisfactory, because if someone didn't like comment about Satisfactory, then that's probably what it was. Because I don't know how you would find my stream if it wasn't because you were looking for Satisfactory, because there's so few people, which was kind of nice. It just automatically rules out a ton of people, it felt like. Or at least it made me more suspicious of them at first. Let's see, are they in here? Ah, that's where they went. Okay, so I need... Oh, I guess we should... Let's get our drones to put to work here. So definitely need more cable. And aluminum sheets. Speaking of which, it's kind of awkward, but would you like to take a look at my art? I don't blame you. I probably would have gone for it too. See, the difference is this isn't the first, within the first like 10 or 15 minutes of you speaking in my chat. So, you know, if someone came to more than one stream and actually chatted, then it would be totally different. But if somebody just like, hey, what's your Discord? I want to send you something within the first like 10 minutes of talking to me, it's just kind of like, nah. Something smells fishy. I'm definitely gonna need more of those. I guess I could just leave those. I don't want to leave them all on. I'm gonna forget. It's only gonna bring me 450 though. Ah, that's fine. It's almost better when they ask straight away, less wasted time. No, I totally agree. It's just kind of like, well, you can just get it out of the way. Oh yeah, I don't have any. Okay, so how... I should just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Lego blocks, thanks. I thought they would look cool when I have a whole bunch of them. And it just made sense to blueprint it because I was trying to play around with a different design, and I didn't want the pillars to be that high, so they're 2 meters clipped into the foundation so that they're short. And I realized if I was going to do that, then I absolutely had to blueprint it because that would just be a pain in the ass to not blueprint it. And then, oh, that's right. I was going to do one more thing with this. I think I put it on a different... Where did I put it? Oh, yeah. And then I made a fun little cube block that I'll probably... I don't know how I'm going to space them out. But I'm going to add some fun lights. Oh, I thought that beam was supposed to be black. Well, I guess I'm going to have to change that. So try to give it some light and, you know, probably lag out my game at some point. Having way too many signs. But trying to go for something that looks decent, but I keep trying to place it and realizing I don't have that. I try not to add too many details just because I know I'm building. What is my plan? 48 of these reactors? Enjoy that coffee. I guess we could probably turn... I did turn concrete off, huh? Which one are you? Your cable. Your steel beams? Oh, you're too far. Your aluminum sheets. Oh, good. Okay, well, at least I got those now. I probably don't have any cable here yet, huh? Who's next? Oh, no, not you. You? Oh, good. It's cable. All right, cool. Oh, it's aluminum sheets too. Forgot. It's actually taking an insane amount of materials to build a whole bunch. So it's never really that big of a deal since you're building so few in comparison to other things. I think that's coming along. So was it this one? Oh yeah, that's the front part. And I think I'll just do that is the only way I can really think. Alright, so let's... see, so it should be the right amount of space. Let's make sure. It is 5, right? Yep, that's gonna fit. Okay, cool. Alright, so we got the spacing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think, how am I gonna do this? Yeah. Pretty sure this is what I had in mind. Ooh. One more. There we go. Whatever. Okay, so let's go grab more material. Oh, the other side. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if the spacing worked out quite like I originally imagined. So I did want that first one to be a light, but then where do I go from there? Okay, so I think, pretty sure that's gonna be enough. But let me see if I can figure this out. So we're gonna do 4 rows. 6 to each like side, sort or yeah. I'm just realizing that is going to be interesting for. I wonder if I'm just going to have to lift up the water. See how we're, well, or the belts just go over, which obviously is totally actually really easy to do. That's probably what we'll do. Do I even have? I do. Okay. So I just want to, let's get one of these sections more or less done, so I make sure I've got my spacing right. So I think do I want to give it that one? I think I actually planned on it being like it doesn't like this would be fine. Do I want it that close? Yeah, I think so. I don't remember having this painted black. Actually, I'm like positive it was supposed to be like a really bright blue. But maybe it's because I originally saved it in a different save and moved it over. Let's see. Yeah, that's so strange. All right. Well. That's right. So I think if I no, this is how we change it. Okay, and then we replace it. It should say blue. Oh, except for I definitely didn't want it to be. There we go. Oh. What? How did what? I don't think I've ever seen that. The other one's just changed. All right. Well, whatever. I'll take it. Oh yeah. Hold on. You're a water pipe, so you can be blue. Okay. All right. So save you, and then let's load up. The other, this basically just has the splitter and mergers flipped. That's so funny. I should have looked. I don't know which part actually changed it. Alright, so get that in place. Alright, and I think that fixes it. Oh, I guess I need to clear it first. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now let's see. I think I guess this one's Mark 3. That one must be the waste. So I know for sure all 48 of these are going to run on less than 20 of the actual fuel cells.
Which, let's see. Yep, that makes sense. All right. Oh, I guess there's still these parts. All right, so that be what one little section looks like. Okay. Okay, and then as far as the spacing goes, then I'm gonna have the two water lines split off and go this way. Yeah, it's probably going to need to go farther that way. Oh well, that's okay. Alright, so this is where all the water's going to come up. Split between the different halves. So let's get this half laid out. See if I have enough space here. So where is, there we go. So we want this on this tile, right? Yep. And lined up there. Looks like it. Where did that go? Tricky little blueprint snap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we grab the corner. 1, 2. Man, I keep snapping underneath it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four. Nice. All right. One. Loves to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, not quite. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this one is the normal corner. So that should be the right spacing for all these. Hey, Tesla. Hope you're having a good Saturday. So we're finally getting started on getting some nuclear reactors down. So I'm building this backwards, and I'm building the reactors, and then I'm gonna build the factory.
to make everything because I wanted to push these basically to the border of the map and then kind of work my way inwards. Make sure I had enough space and to push it out as far as possible. So when all is said and done, it should give me 240 gigawatts. Which should be way more than I need, but then again, I thought the amount of power I had was going to be way more than I needed to get to this point, and oh man, it's finally not even. Man, I'm going to have to go look at that. 175. Ugh, what was that other number? Random. But yeah, I'm using a pretty good amount now. Up to my 120, but thankfully max consumption still not over. But yeah. So this whole space is going to get filled up with just the reactors. But that's partially because I'm spacing them out so much. But I like giving them their own breathing room. Welcome back. So what kind of coffee do you drink? Is that your one caffeinated, or are you on decaf already? Probably on decaf already would be my guess. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, iron plates. Put this all the way in this corner thinking that was going to be smart, but... Well, if I put it in the middle, I was just going to have to move it when I finally do all the piping. I don't think there's really a good place to put this many things for... Oh, I should probably turn these off. Whoops. Alright, so iron. Started on calf at 7 a.m., switched decaf around 9 a.m. Nice. Started on the electromagnetic rods, 30 per minute, which is the largest build I've done with only one item. Very cool. Hey, that's awesome. I like doing the electromagnetic, the control rods, because for a late game item, they're not too bad. Mainly because you don't have to use manufacturers. Or at least I didn't. I'm sure there probably are recipes that would use them, but you have the option to not even use them, which is kind of nice. Just made an iced Americano, 4 shots of espresso, a little cream, and lots of ice. Whoa. That sounds intense, but it also sounds delicious. Oh, am I finally? Yep. All right. These things are so chonky. It's exactly that. Intense and delicious. Yeah, that sounds about right. I do like to have every once in a while, but I'm so boring when it comes to coffee because at a certain point, I just became lazy enough that I just started making, just drank it black. And then I'm just so used to it now. It actually, like, if I add anything else, like sugar, cream isn't bad. But if I add sugar, it just becomes too sweet. You are what you eat, and I'm bitter.
Efficient. Yeah, exactly. Efficient and you know, cost effective. When you don't have to buy anything else. That was pretty great. Just give me some beans and water, and I'm a happy man. Hot water over crushed beans. Who knew it would be so powerful? Used to have so much sugar in my coffee. Now even a little tastes really bad. I think I was the same way, because like when I first started drinking coffee as like a kid, or like, not really a kid, in high school, you know, adolescent, I definitely used both cream and sugar because it was just so strong, it seemed like. But now it's just like, oh, I like it. Give me the strong coffee, nothing else, please. I forgot to grab the things for the actual reactors. Oh, silly me. Love me some hot bitter bean juice. Hell yeah. Do I have the stuff for these? Oh, I do. Okay. So at least build my little splitter merger pipe hut here. What's that? What is? Let's see. So I just need the... Wait, where? Not on this side. This side. Here we go. Alright, so that's enough for that. Let's grab some more. Oh, I've got plenty of beams and concrete, actually. Alright. Well, can probably build at least more of the foundations. See, I didn't think that part through. Is the actual belts going across this part? I guess we'll just go up and over all the pipes. So I'd really just much prefer to keep all the pipes on the ground. I won't be surprised if I have to add like one pump. But what I really wanted to do, like my ultimate plan for out here, was actually to have a setup where I had the reactor and then I had the water extractors just like right next to it. But this is what I did not realize. I had no idea that there is actually resource is not deep enough. I didn't know that there were actually places. Oh wow, so if I get out here I can. It's really weird though, because there's like, if I just delete this huge area, there's I'm gonna guess this is probably part of it. Yeah, like right here it says resources not deep enough. So there's just like this huge area of this like ocean that you can't place water extractors, and that kind of ruined my initial plan. I decided to make another plant that just makes iron plates, rods, screws, steel pipes, and beams to go directly to a drone squadron for on-call delivery. This way I don't have to revamp Plant 3. Ah, very cool. I like that. Yeah, in hindsight, I don't know if in the next in my next save I decided to do the giant like all-in-one factory. I mean, it seemed like a really good idea because I mean, so many of the parts get shared and all that stuff. But I may split it into a couple smaller factories in the future just because. Whew. Putting 40 recipes in one factory it gets messy. I needed to just give myself even more space on all my logistics floors, and it probably would have been fine. But hey, I learned a lot. Hey, Mr. Tux, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Saturday. So evening, I can't remember, but I'm gonna take a wild guess, and then that you're EU then. So it is a whole 1:29 in the afternoon for me. But that's because I'm PST. Wait a second. One of these needs to be. Which one is it? Ah, it's the inside one. This one needs to be Mark 3. Let's change that before I forget. And somewhere down the road, these aren't getting rid of their waste because I totally forgot. (10:30 p.m.) Well, I hope you had a good Saturday. All right. I think I'll probably save all the belt work to the end. I just kind of want to make sure I get this laid out. Oh yeah, that train bridge pillar is pretty awesome. There's the hotbar. Alright, so this one needs to get nudged. We'll just do that. Yeah, do you already have another big project lined up? Well, I guess those ones won't have any pipes to compete with, but I'll just set up that later. Okay, so if I'm gonna do it as, let's see, whoops. So these two foundations, all the pipes will run down. Cool. So that means this one go right there. Yep. Cool. which also means, let's see, so this would be right there. Well, if I could line it up on the foundation. There we go. Not sure yet. Started moving my stuff to the center of the map, but I guess I have to get some production started first. Isn't that always how it goes? I don't think I've ever mentioned how much I love the cow animation in the bottom right. It's awesome. Oh, thanks. So the my friend that banned you yesterday, she's the one that got me into streaming. But she does VTubing because, as I'm not surprised, many women aren't like super amped on being judged online all the time. So I don't blame her of using an avatar. And yeah, band friend. Yeah, exactly. And so I just figured I would start with that. And the funniest part about the whole thing is I ended up buying a webcam, and it's just sitting on my desk, and I've just never plugged it up once. I just keep telling myself eventually I'm just going to switch to using my webcam. And then I just keep not setting it up like I could, or I could just go live and play Satisfactory. And I'll set it up next time. Okay, so is that far enough back? I think so. Yeah, that's the right spot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 should be 5. And then this one would be in the same spot. I also don't have a webcam connected. Yeah, I figure one of these days I'll do it. Part of the reason I didn't is when I first started streaming like 2 or 3 months ago, it was so flippin' hot, and my room is on the 2nd story, and so like it would be fine like as I was first starting, but then like some point during this halfway through the stream, like I'm an actual sweaty gamer, and I'm like, oh, I'm actually sweating sitting here because it's 90 degrees in this room now with everything running. And I just like, I don't think that's a great look. I'll just use this reactive PNG until it's not so hot, and then I'll use my webcam. And now I'm just lazy and haven't set it up. Guest streaming every Sunday for a while. No, I caught like the last few minutes, I think, of I think it was last week's or whatever. I'll definitely check it out because I don't know, it's just fun watching how everybody builds differently and the different things you can do, and a lot of inspiration. That's not the right one. Which one is going to be the right one? That one? Yeah, that one. Sweaty stream. Yeah, no, it really was. It was just like, well, that's embarrassing. I can't stream like this. 3, 4, and 5. Still lining up. Yep. Okay, cool. Good idea to check every once in a while. If it wasn't a gap of 5, I could have just made this one blueprint, and it would have been so much easier. It seems you know me. How are you called? I'm Moodita, or just Moo, on Discord. I tend to lurk more than I contribute.
but I've seen you in Matsu's streams and her Discord, or their Discord, I should say, since it is shared. Oh, I placed that one underneath, didn't I? No, I lurk more often than not in most people's streams, and so I'm really horrible at the whole, networking since I'm actually streaming, but things to work on. I'm in a lot of Discords. That makes sense. I'll go through phases where I'll be pretty active on Discord, and then I'll just get burnt out, and then I'll end up going through and I'll like mute every single server and just not pay attention to Discord for a while because it's just too much. But I think that's just the me being an introvert and not being good at pacing myself sometimes. Tamir was probably promoting you in another Discord, and that's how I came here. Oh, well, thank you so much, 2 Meter Man.
And Monster Tux just followed.
And thank you for the follow. Oh, by the way, before I turn my electromagnetic rod factory on, I'll need another 4,000 megawatts of power. Hey. They do look like Legos, don't they? Did I say Monster Tux? Well, I meant Mister. But if you prefer Monster, I'll call you Monster. Just kidding. It's probably just me not being able to read. Yeah, and then to make them look even more like Legos, I'm going to add a little... This really wasn't the intention, but now that both of you has said that they look like Legos, am I... Where did I put it? Was it? Oh, yeah. I have these little lights that I'm going to put on there. I don't know if I'm going to put it on every one or if I'm going to put it on every other one, but just little cubes. And then they really look like they've got the little knob on top. Should be pretty fun. No, the follower notification said it that way. You said it correctly. All right, that... This is embarrassing. I didn't actually know that it read out names because I don't hear that. All I heard was the moo. What? Man, I don't know shit about streaming. This is great. That's so funny, though. I wonder why it doesn't read it out to me. Huh. Well, those settings one day, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll take a look at. Probably because I don't even remember where I set it up. Or I set up, like, that thing once on, like, sound alerts, and then I think Twitch is like, hey, we have our own things, and I was like, oh, that should just be easier, and so I set up the Twitch sound alert, and it really was just, it wasn't any easier or more, it's like the same exact thing. I was like, oh, I thought it would just be, like, way more built in, but no, you still have to, like, just add it in OBS like it's a, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I was surprised. M1 star. That's pretty funny.
Oh wait, that's not the right one. That corner. Right? Yeah. So we're gonna put another one there. Okay. And then this one is the weird 4-way. Yeah, the moose sound almost blew out my speakers. All right, I'll have to take a look at it because I know it's kind of loud to me, but I'm gonna guess it's probably louder for everybody else. So I'll definitely have to take a look at that. Oh, I forgot this one doesn't quite line up right. All right. Wait. Oh no, that is right. It's like I haven't put those little things down yet. Well, let's just work off this one. Two, three, four. I already forgot how many. Is it just 4? I think it might just be 4. But I have this on my hopper. And I don't have enough aluminum sheets. But we can find out. Let's see. I think that's the right... Yeah, that's the right spot. So... Is that how far it goes? Yeah, the last wall should end. Oh, okay. So one more. Cool. Guess I could have just counted here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. Easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, they're pretty much a 5x5, aren't they? Of course they would make it a 5x5. Do you have a power switch at each factory? I do, just to be satisfied as per any real life building. Yeah, I pretty much add it at each factory, even though like I have no intentions of shutting any of them off. But yeah, in reality, I kind of do it just out of habit now, just because I think it's nice. And I mean, I do, I guess, utilize it in with the like the geothermal in my batteries. I think it's really nice that I have some batteries that I just leave on my system or in like the whole power grid. But then I have twice as many that are all charged up and then just switched off. So that since it doesn't ever tell you that like, hey, you're on battery power now. I like that if shit does hit the fan, then I've got about 20,000 megawatt hours or whatever minutes, I don't know, of battery that I can like jumpstart any of the systems basically. It should be able to. Well, I guess with this that wouldn't even be enough to the amount of water extractors I'm gonna need it's gonna be intense. But so for some things I really like it. I don't plan on taking full use of the priority power switches, but I definitely think they're pretty cool. And yeah, out of habit, I just build them everywhere.
I mean, to be fair, what I was doing before the priority switches came out was I would just use the... I was putting a normal switch at the like entrance of every single factory anyways, because I wanted it to be a separate grid so that if I used lights, it wouldn't change all the lights in my whole world. It would only change the lights for that grid. So I was already used to using just a switch at every single factory anyways, just to power the lights. Okay, so so this goes on the very next square. And right in the middle. Is it? Yeah, okay. All right. And then the water will go down these two. You don't use them to beat her, Matt? Like, not at all? Or you just don't use them at, like, every single factory? Because I totally get not using them at every single factory. Especially because... Oh... That was for the 5x5 roughen. It's not even... Yeah, it's not even 5x5. It's like a weird amount, isn't it? And it's not even a perfect square. It's probably slightly more in one direction. They're just huge. Oh, I totally placed that backwards. Well, at least I got the placing right. Okay, so you go there. And then I need the other one. You go here. Cool. Wait, did I even place... Was this the correct one? Oh, it is. Okay. Once I build fuel gens, I don't worry about battery storage. I just attempt to keep my production well above usage. No switches, no batteries. Honestly, it's just out of habit. Keep building more the switches and everything. But yeah, I feel like once you get past a certain point, it's just like the idea of your power crashing is just such a nightmare. It's like I'm always checking to make sure. The last thing I want to hear is that sound at this point in the game. Like, that would just be, heartbreaking. I mean, I guess it would be kind of fun to, like, run around and try to figure out what in the hell broke, because it really shouldn't be my fault at this point. I've spent so many hours troubleshooting my power. But you never know. Figure if I'm going to lose power, I'm screwed no matter how much I prep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I built the battery storage not long after coal, I think. Because I feel like until you get blenders, that's where like power just becomes really easy for me. I feel like package fuel, like I've done it. And you can do big systems. It's definitely not my favorite thing to do in like big numbers. I don't know. I don't really like building that many packagers. And it just feels weird to have one like in the front and then like two machines and then one later. It's just, I don't know. Not my favorite way to set it up. I usually just try to get to blenders as quick as I can. Blenders with diluted fuel. Yeah, it feels like once you get to that point, then power is just like, oh, well, now you can build, 60k power, 85k power, just super easy. Well, assuming you have all the material.
you going, drone? A weird flight path sometimes. Alright, so let's get this lined up. So we're on this one. Should be right there. I went underneath, didn't it? Yep. Then I built a 112.5 gigawatt nuclear factory. Almost drove me crazy. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The projects in this game can very quickly spiral out of control, that's for sure. I think in one of my first playthroughs, like the numbers for the last items are just so crazy that I was just like, well, I mean, like, I don't know, making like 20 and 40 a minute shouldn't be that much, right? And oh wow, that was really dumb. I didn't get very far before I was just like, yeah, that was a huge mistake. Why did I try to do that? I don't think I finished a single one of the factories. I think the very first nuclear plant that I built, I decided I wanted to see what it was like using just all the default recipes, and that was a horrible decision. I mean, I guess that's really not that different, but this time I'm using some of the alternates. It's funny how different it changes, like how you build things with some of these recipes. I remember the first time building a decent heavy modular frame factory, I aimed for 50 a minute or something stupid like that, in the process of realization. Yeah. I think in one of my previous ones, I had the dumb idea, because I was running into not having enough aluminum issues with how many, or the production that I wanted to make. I didn't realize that like you can actually like run out of aluminum in the world if you if you choose bad recipes, or you know, like it's just one of the ones. Like, it's hard to run out of iron unless you're trying to like really max out something. And so on my next save, I was like, oh, I'll just max out my the bauxite, and I'll do it like truly maxing out bauxite, and trying to bring in like all the silica and stuff, and that was the worst decision. The thing, when I finally ran the numbers, I needed like 300 assemblers just making silica, and I was just like, what am I thinking? Like, this is so dumb. This is gonna be a nightmare. Why would I do this? At least in this save, I'm cheating in the power shards, so I wouldn't have to place as many if I went that route. But man, that realization of just how many I was gonna need, just about, well, it did break me. I don't think I even tried that project after I ran the numbers. I just stared at him for a while, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Completely maxing out aluminum. It just didn't sound fun. Oh, I should definitely turn that off. Whoops. Yep, I brought all the bauxite in the world and coal to one location to make aluminum scrap. I did it, but I took a break from the game after that. 1 star, would not recommend. Yeah, I certainly can't blame you for that. Yeah, some projects like seem like a good idea on paper, and then in practice, it's just like, oh, yeah. I do that a lot with my current projects. I'll run the numbers and it doesn't look too bad, but then like I'll forget to look at like, sure, it doesn't need a lot of machines because they all pump out so many, but holy cow, it's like 1 belt per machine for some of these things. Shouldn't say 1 star. It was fun, but a bit too much at times. Yeah, I could definitely see that. See, which corner are you? All right. That's most of the little outline, at least. That's right. I always forget the end ones don't quite line up right. All right. Let's see. So, nope, it's gonna be this one. This one would go right here. Let's double check. Nice. So that would go there? No. Here. Are these facing the right way? Looks like it. Okay. There we go. Wait, do I have? Oh, that's right. I just took all the concrete. Well, I can pretty safely say I'm gonna need more.
Let's see. I've got way too many iron plates. Left those on a little too long. I'm sure in the end I'm going to need more steel beams. What else? Oh, yeah. Should be enough for a while. Oddly enough, I'm probably going to need wire. Iron rods for sure. Let's just get one shipment of both. Wire and iron rods. Let's see. Anything else we're short on? Do I need motors? Keep forgetting what these things actually need. Modular frames, supercomputers. I think I need more heavy modular frames. I don't have enough. Yeah, the on-demand delivery. I stole this from somebody, and I went back and I tried to find who I stole this from, but it was when I like very first started getting into Satisfactory like a year ago, and it was, yeah, I was just, once I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cool, but I wasn't at that point in the game yet, and I was using the Project Train, which is obviously probably the next best solution, I would say, is having, you know, the train line that goes everywhere and you can load it up with tons of stuff. But hooking up everything to drone ports is a ton. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's just as much planning. If you know ahead of time that that's what you're going for, it really wasn't that hard to work in. It is still a lot of drone ports you have to place. You're gonna place like 40 probably, and that in itself, just having them on that, like, just 40 drone ports is 4,000 megawatts. So they have their own smart switch in case I was really short. I could turn it off, turn it on when I need it, but I built so much extra power. But the amount of time this saves from not having to go anywhere else and go get materials, it's crazy. Because I think that's what I found. I was spending just so much time. Because it's just so hard. Like, I would either bring tons of extra stuff and then just sink it out there anyways, because I just ended up like, oh. It's just like, I have like 5,000 extra iron rods that I didn't need, but I brought them out here anyways. Posted some pictures in Matsu's Discord what I was doing this evening. Oh, very cool. Check that out. That's awesome. I like making little lizard doggo houses when I find them. I've never bothered to try to bring them all into one place to make like a big one though. That is an intense storage setup though. So do you usually do that where it's like is that going to be just storage for you, or is this like a logistics center? Things are going in and moving out. Okay, so only one thing of wires. Let's just do one thing of rods. I really could just leave beams running actually for a little bit. Really like the storage. Yeah. Then it was in the Dune Desert. Oh, wait, honestly, this is the reason I started teleporting, getting materials. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It feels like whenever you do a big power thing, like that's where you use up just an insane amount of materials. Because whenever you do like, you know, a 60K um, oil plant, like to set up all the fuel gens takes it's like an insane amount of. What is it always that I run out of? Oh, it's quick wire. Yeah, quick wire and rubber that use a crazy amount. Pretty close to 0-0. That's really cool though. That's awesome. Rails go all around the map border. Oh, that's cool. So do you have it like right on like the map border? I mapped out the map border just for this project, but then I decided that I didn't want to run my factory at a 45-degree angle. That would be an interesting project. Just have everything on use the world grid, but everything at a 45-degree angle. Huh. I wonder what kind of interesting spots that would put you in. It's probably a horrible idea. Yep, if you go past the rails, you die. Not inside. Yeah, okay, so it's like right on the border. That's really cool, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So might as well just do this side too. The map border is so interesting. It's such a weird shape. I know we talked about this, I think, last stream. It's just weird. I mean, I'm glad it's not a squiggly line and there's straight lines, but it's still... It's a weird shape. Maybe they'll use it later for DLC or maybe 1.0 content. Oh, just like the rest of the map. I mean, Coffee Stain does seem like a studio that would just be like, no, like we're never gonna do anything. And then with 1.0, like the Paradise Island has this like huge role or something like that. They're like, we've just been saving it this whole time. I think that would be awesome and really funny. Seems like they had 6 different people work on 6 different parts of the map and came to 6 different conclusions on where the map border should end. Yeah, totally Trollos. Yep, that's always a possibility with Coffee Stain. Oh, man, I would love it. I'd be all for it. I think it's great when they can do stuff like that, especially when it's not like something that's not really a big deal, you know? 3, 4, 5. I'm also really curious because like I know they get the same questions on their dev streams like all the time, and like you hear the exact same like I don't know like 5 questions like every single stream. It's really funny, but the answer changed ever so slightly, I feel like, for the overclocking the miners. For the Mark III, it used to just be like, yeah, we have a solution, but we're not telling you. And now they've said that, like, yeah, it's with 1.0. So they're not going to change it until 1.0. And I'm curious if there's a reason for it. Well, obviously, there's clearly a reason for it, but I'm very curious what it is. I'm gonna guess the it seems pretty obvious by some of their other answers that the like Mark 6 belts are absolutely not gonna be the answer. Like, so they get the same question, like, what's the deal? Because yeah, you can overclock it to 1200. But they said that, so they are going to address that issue, and it's going to come with 1.0. And they always mention, they're like, yeah, so everybody always asks us, like, are you going to come out with Mark 6 belts? Are you going to come out with 2 outputs? And they always mention those 2 because that's what everybody suggests. But I think Mr. Tux might be onto something. I think it might end up being something with, like, the teleportation or something. That would really kind of make the most sense to me, I feel. Kind of tie everything, like why they won't do it ahead of time. And because they also said, like, they're at the limit of, someone asked if they would come out with Mark III or Mark IV pipes, and he's like, absolutely not. He's just like, you don't even necessarily get the full throughput of Mark II right now, so we're not going to add Mark III. It's like, oh, good. I'm so glad you said that. Which I thought was just really funny, but pretty spot on. So, and he's mentioned before that it's a real similar, like, there can be issues with the Mark V belts, and, you know, displaying 720 items on a belt per minute. Like, going to 1200, it would look so awful unless... Oh, how many reactors? I'm building 48. I'm going to overclock them all to 200% instead of 250. That way that they don't actually need the full 600 water, because that's always been my issue. So I'm only going to clock them to 200. But I figured the difference with how much power I wanted and was going to make is the difference was either I build 40 with them clocked at 250, or I build 48 at 200%. So I might as well just build 8 more. And then I should be able to make this so it's super reliable and will never shut off, or even have any little blips in its power. It may be a little bit more than I need, but I figured I just wanted to use it in whole numbers. So 600 uranium, I didn't feel was going to get me enough power to get me through to the end of the game. So why not just double it and just get two nodes? So 1200 will get me 240, mainly because I'm just not going to use the recipe that uses beacons. I could get more power out of this if I wanted to use that alternate, but I just don't want to. 248,000, yeah, or gigawatts, whatever, megawatt, 1,000 megawatts. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. But I mean, the way I see it is I'm already at, I thought I had so much extra power, but I am using 120 out of my 152. So it's going to be a long project. I don't anticipate being able to knock this out super quickly, and that's okay. Part of the reason is I want to make, I think my plan is to make 10 nuclear pasta a minute, which means this is like a dumb amount of power to run those particle accelerators. So might as well just go overkill. It's made an 85 gigawatt power setup. Is yours, did you do 85 with, was yours with nuclear too? Oh, I totally used the wrong one this entire, damn it. So dumb. I'm so glad I can delete blueprints all in one go though. Wait, is this the wrong one? Wait, that's not even the... I'm so dumb. I did do the right one, didn't I? Fuel, okay. Very nice. I had it unlocked in the previous save, but decided to start over. Yeah, I know that feeling. I think it was my first, like, major save that I got pretty far into the game, and I built the nuclear power plant, and then I think that's when I took a break. Back in a bit, no worries, have a good one. Wait, what is that lining up with? What? I'm not lining up with anything. Sometimes the little guidelines are really weird. The weirdest though is when you're working with the pipes and you put a bunch of pumps down, but you're trying to like rotate them. If you don't get them all rotated like perfectly aligned, then you just start getting like weird guidelines shooting all across your factory. It's like, it's weird. Oh, it's a couple more. That's... Yeah, why would it line up there? It's not in line with anything. So yeah, this is... So the pipe will run through there, but this is also how I'm going to run the manifold for the cells and the fuel rods. So they can run down. So all the fuel rods will enter from that side. All the waste will come out this way is the plan. Oh, the marking the blue. Yeah. So this is where all the pipes are going to run down and plug into each different one. But if I don't mark out the pipes, then I'm going to forget. So there we go.
See, we lined up. We are lined up. Okay. I think that one went underneath, didn't it? Yep. I love blueprints, but somehow I manage to do that sort of stuff all the time. Guess I just need to slow down. Yeah, well. Of course. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, and 2 more. Okay, almost. Why don't you make a blueprint with all 4 of them next to each other? You know, I probably should have. I probably should have just made an extra one that had, one that had 1 and one that had 4, and it probably would have made my life easier. But it's because they're 5, so I thought. And honestly, when I first laid this out, I actually thought that this part was a different length than this, and so I thought it would make more sense. But, you know, I really should have probably made a bigger blueprint. It would have made my life a little bit easier. Or and then make the corner. Yeah, that would have been probably the better way to do it. Just make the corner ones bigger, so I could have used the 4-piece. I think you're right. I think that would have been probably the more efficient way to do it. Ooh, what did I leave running? Oh, yeah. Oh, I probably have enough of both of those for now. Okay, so let's grab some more iron plates. Actually, I do need more concrete. Just grab it all. Just grab everything. With the pillars, I made 3 blueprints alternating each other. That's a good idea. I love blueprints. I love that. I know that some people really don't like how small it is, but I really don't mind. I mean, of course, a bigger one would just give you more options, and that's always cool. But with some few exceptions, I really haven't minded. I think really my biggest pet peeve is the refinery. It was too tall. Just because in so many of my factories I've done like logistics in the floor below, and unless you're going to use a 1 meter like floor, you can't add that stuff to the underside of a refinery. And I mean, even if you use the 1 meter floor, you still can't attach like the merger or the splitter and that sort of stuff all within the same blueprint, which is kind of a bummer, especially with the additions in up to 8. There are some. Oh yeah, it was after I played just for like a few hours on the experimental. It was like, oh, it's a little bit like
like laggy or whatever, and like had all the stuttering things, but I couldn't imagine not being able to like delete the whole blueprint at a time and nudge, and like just those two things I think made it so I just couldn't go back to update 7. I was like, I can't live without this now. You spoiled me, Coffee Stain. Now I'm gonna have to put up with this. But I lucked out. I don't think I had nearly as big of performance issues as some people had with it. I guess it's like the one time having the older graphics card actually came in handy. So I think the people with the really new cards are the ones that had the most issues, and me over here with my 1080 Ti is still trekking. It's definitely not, I'm only getting 30 frames, but hey, for how long this thing has lasted, it has been money well spent. It would be nice if I had some of the newer stuff. Like, I think I have like one of the nicer cards that you can't get DLSS on, because I think that's the 2 series or 20 series or whatever. A 2070 Super. Nice. So yeah, you can use like the newer cool stuff like DLSS and all that sort of stuff where it ran good. Yeah, it seemed like the 10 and the 20 series had a better time than the 40 series running the game, which obviously is not the way it's supposed to be. Sorry, with the 1050. Very cool. What did I leave in here? Nothing important. Okay. Now, let's drop off things that I don't need, because actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just store all. Store all. So I've built 13. So I need... I don't want to do math. That's 35, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why I'd... Stubborn. Alright, so 35. Oh! That's a lot of materials. Oh, so that is enough concrete. Okay, cool. Oh man, that is so many. So is that even... No, not even. Okay, so... more heavy modular frames. Should have enough supercomputers, actually. Oh, yeah. One shipment was plenty. Let's see. Aluminum. Oh, that's way too much. Okay, cool. All right, and then do I have enough cable? Oh, that's on this side. I keep forgetting where things are. Oh yeah, plenty of cable. All right, and then let's make sure we can turn that off. Although this is barely going to bring me enough. This is only going to bring me 450. I guess this thing does have... This isn't like the corner of the map. This is about as far as it gets. They're coming from all the way over here. Oh, that's interesting. So he does kind of like fly down. You would really think that it would just go up and then just fly in a straight line, but they really don't. No way. Is that really the drone path that it like carved it out? That's so funny. I've never seen that. I didn't even know that they... Oh, that's so funny. I didn't know that they would actually like highlight the map that they flew over. Huh. It's zigzagging. It really is. I guess not. Like, that's just super weird, huh? Yeah, it really did just like a kind of curved there, but for the most part, yeah, it definitely. Yeah, I wonder if that's just like how their pathing is. I've never noticed because for the most part they usually fly pretty quick and I'm not watching. All right. Got enough to slam down some power plants. All right, so let's get it. Wait. Where exactly did I? So, oh yeah, there's a little ladder. That should be right on the foundation. Perfect. Well, that sure makes it easy to line up then. Awesome. So, yeah, okay. Like, what is that lining up with? Really? So you're lining... Oh, I guess it's the center of the machine. For some reason, I thought it was the water pipe was lining up with the, like, splitter or something. I was like, how does that make any sense? But no, it's probably the center of the machine. Still doesn't make sense, but... At least it's not a merger in the pipe. I wonder how the teleportation of items... Because I think you're probably onto something. Because I really doubt that teleporting is going to be for the actual Pioneer. I don't think they would do that. But items I could see. I wonder if that's... Like, how is that going to work? And how much power is that going to take? I would guess an insane amount. Yeah, all good questions that nobody has the answer to. Just fun to think about. Because I know, like, I think I started playing, but I was still so new to the game that I didn't really take advantage or play the Fixmas very much. Like, I was still going through my, like, first playthrough, really, and really there's the packages were all becoming annoying. I was like, I'll get to it eventually, but I've got jetpacks and hover packs to unlock first. I mean, that's way cooler. But I remember getting the, was it the superposition oscillator and the computer, quantum computer? I think that's what it is. And I know one of them has the description for, like, being used with teleportation or something. And yeah, I'm just so curious. But I think part of the hard part with speculating is they have said that they're going to rebalance like the recipes, but it'll be pretty much, I mean, I doubt they would change it for 1.0 because they've said they would want to test it, but it's probably going to be like the very last patch before the game has its official 1.0 launch. Started playing in December, so Fixmas was going on when I started. Nice, yeah. It was really weird, especially if it's like your first playthrough, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, there's just gigantic presents falling from the sky. And I just didn't know enough about the game to really take advantage. Although I get really, like, the best thing in there is the snowballs, in my opinion. Although I'm sure there's good uses for the other stuff. But those snowballs are just, they're so good. That's one of the other options that balances everything. Yeah, I thought it was just normal. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, okay. They're very festive. Over in Sweden, I guess. Then I started a new save in January and all the fixed missiles gone. It's kind of like I was happy when it was gone because like they were just taking up random inventory space because I wasn't actually doing the event, and so I'd have the presents stashed away in random places. But yeah, once I realized that like if I had just made a whole bunch of those snowballs, it really would have been nice. Because they stack to 500, whereas Nobilis stack to 50. And they're basically the same thing. Like, all the fireworks and everything else would have been cool, but really, those things are just really nice. Oh, yeah, I can actually use the filter now. And it won't crash my game. I don't know if you ever had that in Update 7, but if you had... And it probably didn't happen to everybody, but... I had set up the filter hotkey before it was, part of the game. But if you use it for the customization, I would usually only get through a few like foundations if I was changing from like concrete to the like coated concrete or something. And the game would just crash. I wouldn't even get a bug report. Like it was just like crash straight to Windows. But it works great in Update 8. Oh. You don't seem like you're in the right spot. Let's make sure they're all... I had crashes on dedicated server mostly when painting. Oh, okay. Later I read that happens when you paint while an autosave is going on. Oh. That makes a lot of sense. The only multiplayer I played is with my two housemates. I shouldn't say we. They have an extra computer that they just set up as a house server that for years the only thing that was really on there was Minecraft, but then I got them into Satisfactory, so we started and we played a dedicated server just on our own little in-house, and yeah, it was so much fun, but oh, some of the crashes were just so frustrating, and it did seem like in hindsight, almost all of them, I'm pretty sure, revolved around autosave. And I think it's the fact that it's just that in single player your game freezes, whereas it doesn't in dedicated servers when you go through the autosave. And like for the first, you know, dozens, 100 hours, your save just isn't big enough for it to take long enough. But I think this save that's probably somewhere between like 12 and 14 megabytes would be my guess. And so the autosaves are a good 30 seconds. And yeah, if I didn't freeze during that and I kept doing it, I'm sure I would crash my game. I think that would be the easiest. So, I mean, I don't know how easy that is of a solution, but if they just froze everybody during the autosave and multiplayer, I bet you it would cut out a ton of the crashes. Like, it would be super annoying. But, I don't know. Crashing just sucked. I found a fun one. I think I've done it. I did it on the dedicated server, and I did it on this save, where I think I built something at basically like the max of my range, which happened to be farther than what those little like nodes that you have to like pick if they're in the way. I don't think it rendered, and so the game let me zoop out a bunch of foundations, and it built on top of one of those. And so then when it did render, the game would just crash. And like I just had no clue until like I finally just didn't build over that section and then found it, and it was just like hidden and I had no idea. It's so weird. Just let me get my detective hat on and see if I can figure this out. Yeah, now it's like, why is my tool not working? Oh, right, autosave. Yeah. Or it's just like you play something and it's just sitting there blue and you're just like, build. Why won't you build? I need to build off of you. What's going on? And then everything just like gets built all at once really quickly. And you're, oh. Even if it just told you, if it didn't pause, but it still had the autosave and then it did a countdown and then it told you that it was over, like at least then it puts it kind of on you to notice, and then you could avoid those things. If they don't want to just like freeze everybody's game, I think that would be really nice. Just tell me when it's going on. Like this stream I'm joined is also a dedicated server. We're having all this all the time. Kind of a bummer. Yeah, I remember because we played for a while and then I think they kind of got burnt out and they moved on, and then I'm the one that's still obsessed with this game. But when I told them about update 8 and all the cool stuff, they're really excited and they're like, so that means like the server's going to be better? And I'm like, yeah, so unfortunately it's probably going to be worse. And they're like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, sorry. Eventually they'll get to it. But I can't blame them for leaving the multiplayer in the dedicated servers to as kind of a secondary. Does kind of make sense to get just the bulk of the game ironed out. The last 2 or 3 fixes in version 8.1 or for dedicated servers. Oh, I had no idea. That's awesome. That's really cool to hear. I was definitely impressed with just like how different, I'm like, I guess like how quickly you can kind of progress through the game with just like one extra person. It's crazy. But I mean, I guess it makes sense because there's a good amount of time where it's just this. It's been 10 minutes just connecting belts. Oh, which, no. Thinking I forgot all of these belts. So, rods go in, waste comes out. This project's gonna take forever. It was literally unplayable. Crashes related to displays. Then they rendered them just black. Oh, in the last update they fixed the displays. Oh, cool. I've seen the... Uh-oh. Which one is off? You are the one that's off. I don't know if it's... I mean, I would assume it's not the same, but I've gotten the bug where if you try to copy or paste, I mean, onto a sign that you just built too quickly, then wait, did I screwed it up again? Just lock it in place and move it. Okay. Like my projects, they also take forever. Yep. Nice. But to be completely fair, I don't mind at all if the projects take a long time, because I think the end of the game is the most fun when I have everything unlocked and I get to build the factories at their full potential with the Mark III miners and all that jazz. And so I'm not in like the biggest hurry to just finish and then start a new save or anything. So I think that's the other reason why some of my projects are huge and I'm building way too much extra power, is it's also just a way for me to stretch out the save. Yeah, if you paste before it's rendered. Yeah, exactly. I think that one's still probably an issue, but at least like if you know that that's what's going on, it's pretty easy to avoid. Just gotta wait out an extra second. I also like the max out stuff. Yeah, which is funny because I say that and it's not like I want to like max out everything, but it just feels like I think it's just knowing that the like the miners, is this, yeah, that's the one that's off. The miner could be putting out so much more, you know. There's just, I don't want to have to go grab 2 nodes because I only have Mark II. Whereas like if I had that Mark III miner, I would just need this one. It's just so much easier. And it makes the impure and the normal nodes not feel so useless. I guess I shouldn't say useless, but like, I don't know. They sure feel a lot better with the Mark III miners on there. Whoa. I was way off. I was on a roll. I just kept lining things up with the wrong thing, I think. Just not paying attention. But then now I'm still on phase 3, so my max belt is Mark 4. So probably I should first just make what I need to finish phase 3, then just redo everything in Mark 5. I feel like that's a... I don't know if I should, like, a debate, or I don't know the right way to put it, but like different schools of thought. Maybe that's the right way to put it. I did that once where I just used Mark 5 for everything because, I mean, why not? And for whatever reason, I think it's because I heard someone say that you might get better performance not using Mark 5 for absolutely everything. So I decided, plus, I mean, it also depends on where the belt is. But like for this stuff, like I want to use just the Mark 1 belts because I want to see the fuel rods and stuff like moving slowly. Like this entire factory, like all of these fuel plant or reactors are going to run off of less than 20 uranium fuel rods a minute. And so it would look really weird. I mean, that's like the most like extreme example, right? But I don't want them just like zipping along on the Mark 5 belt. Oh, fine. Actually, let me just go grab more. So I guess it really just depends for me. I do obviously use Mark 5 for a ton of stuff. But in this save, I'm trying to use like the appropriate speed, I guess, for whatever items are on there. How's that going to work with Manifold? So inside of here, there's basically a splitter and a merger. And then I had to get, you know, a little creative. I figured out how to make the really short stubby lifts so I didn't have to like make weird little ramps. So yeah, that's that like kind of silly compact manifold design here. And so all the fuel rods will come in from that side and all of the waste is going to come out this way. I'm not really sure why I decided to go that direction. I just figured I had to pick one way. I wonder if it would have been better to go the other way around, but too late now. I think it was, my thinking was I would put the recycling closer to this end, and that end would be more the manufacturing, but I just have zero clue how the actual factory part is going to go. The amount that I've thought of is how I wanted to lay this out. And that's partially because I had to change my plans because I can't build. I didn't realize that there were huge sections of the ocean that you can't place water extractors. I don't know if you knew this. I sure didn't. But there's just gigantic amounts of this ocean out here that you can't. If I get closer. Oh man. Where is it? Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now I can, but then yeah, it'll just fall off. So there's like a weird border for water extractors, which I had no idea about when I first planned on building this out here. So my plan was actually to have this be way bigger and basically have the water extractors just right in front of the reactors so that like I just had really short pipes, and I figured like that would just keep things really clean and simple. And then I found out that I can't place water extractors until it's like way closer. So I ditched that idea. That's right. Couple last buildings to place. I didn't actually grab any concrete. Oh. Way to go, me. Probably no layer telling the extractor it's water. With the first update 8, there was also a lot of places with water missing around the borders mostly. Oh, okay. So okay. I guess that would make sense. Weird, but so I guess eventually, if I had waited long enough, I probably could have set this up the way I wanted, but well, I think I'm just too impatient. Time to make new plans. We'll adjust. Those they fix, so don't know. Time will tell. Maybe they have to redo stuff for Unreal Engine 5.2. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Although that's coming from someone who really just doesn't know anything about that stuff. Okay. So that's right, we're gonna do. Let's get all the pipe, or not pipes, all the belts since they're on the bottom. Thought it was missing the belt for some reason. Well, going to bed, getting late, 12 a.m. here. I don't blame you. Well, Mr. Tux, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful night on a good Sunday tomorrow. Let's see. It is that one, right? Okay, good. So inside is Mark 3. Outside is Mark 1. Okay, so I think, oh no, still need to do these ones. Alright, so more iron plate. Do I have the beams? Well, I can lay like 2. Yep, 2. Okay, so more beams, more plates. And I might as well grab copper sheets and plastic. Alright, so beams, iron plates, copper sheets are this side. Oh, I don't have very many. Or plastic, okay. Well, I guess, good time. do have to spell things at least close. Copper sheets and plastic. Alright. Well, while I wait for those, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Be right back. Okay. So even though, actually, we're gonna leave those on. In hindsight, I'm gonna go through a ton, going through all of the pipe work. So might as well just let those run for a little bit. We wait. Recolor that one out of place reactor. Takes so long to get in range. There we go. Is that the only one? Cool. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I did want to remake these blueprints super quick. Not remake, make a second version. So I added this category, and ooh, here we go. This is, oh, I can't do it from this menu. Whoops. Okay, so I have to go to the regular blueprint menu, go to pipes, edit. I'm gonna add a subcategory. So this is 9 stack. Well, would be if I didn't hold shift. And then this one will be 6 stack. So we're just gonna take each one and delete the top. But this way, I don't have to delete it each time. You go there. And with them being in different subcategories, I can easily switch in between them with the E? Yeah, E. I think it's the E button. It's like one of those things I use so much that I forget which one it is. Alright, and change it to 6. You go there. Save. Load up the next one. I don't think I'm gonna have to go up any pipes, so I'm just gonna not do that for right now. And we'll just do the 3 blueprints, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I know I need those ones. I think those are the only ones I need. Cool. Alright, so should have all we need. Well, hold on. Let's get plenty of rods. Okay, now I think I have everything I need. So we just needed to finish some belt work here. Okay, so the outside is, yep, Mark 1. Always good to double check. So, yep, cool. Well, I do like symmetry, so thankfully it's even. Alright, and let's make sure these have their last Mark 3s. Okay, so let's grab, yeah, we'll just change up this hotbar because now I think I've placed all of those. So I'm just going to start replacing the next set that I need. So this is definitely going to be interesting. How do I want to start this out? It feels weird to work completely backwards. I don't know if I'm going to leave these paint. I kind of figure I'm going to use a different material and change the colors. It's just using these are really easy to work with, I feel like. So this is where we're going to have the rest of the factory, but I do kind of want to give it a gap. So I think we will have the pipes traveling a little bit. So I guess for that, then should I start them all right on the very end? Well, since it's not very easy, we're going to have them all start here then. Alright. So this is where, oops, we get to see how well I plan things out. Because I think this is the exact amount number that I need. I guess we could count. So 8. It's enough pipes. Alright. So this should work. So let's relay this out real quick. Okay. Alright, logistics. Let's just put the correct. There we go. And actually, hold on. Why did I put them in this order? I should just make the normal one that one. And then we can go right, left. Alright. So now, I think I could count, but so this is as far as they go for that first stretch. Alright, and then So the first one is going to have to make a left turn. And that one goes right there. And then the second one has to make its left turn. Which also means the right ones. So this one would make a right turn there. And this one would make a right turn. Whoops. Next one over. You get to turn there. Alright. And then you can stretch it out to here. So 2, 3, and 4. Nice. Alright. And then can stretch to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and then you make it to here. Perfect. Well, that placement wasn't. Alright, there we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The rendering of these things is so weird. Alright, what we can do. So you go down the first one. You turn right down the second one. Flop it to left. So you go there. And you go there. Neat. Well, we might as well just pipe up this. And we can do each arm. Man, if my previous plan had worked, I'd be going through just way less. Be going through way less copper. After this project, I'm gonna have to load this up in a Satisfactory calculator and see, because I know the very bulk of the pipes are right here doing the water for this, but I think I also need about 10% of this amount for the actual factory, making, what am I using it for? I think I'm using the pure recipes, like pure Caterium, obviously. But I'm probably using those for all the copper and iron too. So we can do it for one. Might as well do it for all of them. It's way less you have to bring in. Oh boy. It's a lot of pipes. Oh boy. Let's grab all of that, and you know what? Sure. These are these still running? Oh, good.
make sure I don't accidentally loop it around the back like that. Yeah. Nice. It's a lot of blue on top of the blue foundations. Holy cow. But for my simple mind, it was just easier to color code the foundations to get everything laid out and spaced out right. Autosave. Alright, back to... Oh no, it thinks I'm still holding down Alt. Nice. Alright, and the next chunk. Having these already placed with using the blueprint, even though it doesn't seem like it's not a blueprint that has a lot going on in there. This has sped up my time to lay down huge amounts of pipes by a lot. I guess so. Thought I misclicked. Yep, I thought I saw one of them go or wasn't supposed to. All right, there we go. It's impressive how often I can connect to the one that's completely not in view at all. And more copper sheets. I think I can probably turn off plastic, since I'm pretty sure it uses, 2 to 1. Well, let's just see how much it's brought so far, I guess. You know what? It's not actually all that much. Where are we on copper sheets? Yeah. We're gonna need to let you just keep on going, buddy. Oh, cool. Well, good timing. That one just showed up. All right. Cool. Oh, it's neat. I didn't realize it was going to give me kind of a fun pattern. Hey, 2 Meter Matt, welcome back. So I've started placing pipes. I made a shorter version of just 6 pipes because that's all I need for these little stacks. It is a lot of water. Yep. Let's see. So actually, as long as this can make it to... Yep, it can make it far enough. Okay, so we're going to grab 1, 2, then you there. Ooh, can they reach? How big is this? Wait, is this exactly 7? No way. Did I really luck out that much? Oh, that's awesome. I'll take it. I don't need an extra connection in between each one. Well, I'm glad I didn't add more space in between each one. That would have been a bummer. Yeah, I'll just manually place the last 3. Starting to think you're mad genius enough. Planned all this out and you just say you like that every time. I wish. It's the only logical explanation. I did plan a bit of this out, but the spacing being exactly 7, and that's how long the pipes are, I didn't even think about. Especially because I couldn't even remember what the distance between these things were.
Oh wait, I didn't need this one. A good auto mod. That's so funny. Oh, that's right. Man, well, good luck. I hope you get well soon. And I somehow have avoided getting COVID all this time. So I can't empathize, but I do definitely feel for you. Hope you get well soon. Naps. I love naps even if I'm not sick, to be completely honest. Just love naps. First time for you? Oh, well, that's good. At least this isn't like your 5th time. But rest up. Hope it's quick and easy. See you next time. I'm glad you were able to chat. It's fun to chat with you. So anytime. Oh wait. Okay, so how's this gonna? Oh. Okay, so. I know. Okay, so we'll do it this way. Is that a short enough gap? Oh, that's perfect. Okay. All right, and then it goes in. All right, so I just have to place an extra one. Okay, and then this one and that one get deleted, and then this one and this one will get deleted. Cool. So you there, you there. And then I'm just gonna have to, oops. It's not actually on a hopper, is it? I wonder, can I just, is that the right height? 'Cause for a while I thought that for some reason those weren't. Oh, those are. Okay, so let's just do that. We'll keep it the same. Well, actually, what am I thinking? Let's just delete them. Why have them there? It's just there to manipulate the pipe. Alright, so 1, 2. Cool. Oh, that's right. I don't have any of that. Okay, let's just add this, the 5 and 6. Just add the singles here. So I don't have to just delete everything. Or like half the blueprint sort of a thing. Let's see. So now, if it's just on horizontal to vertical, we should, yeah, just be able to go straight in from this height. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. but those keys aren't the same as the other up bar. Just what I keep so used to the pipes being very specific spots. Okay. Well, I don't know how I'm able to attach it to the side I'm not looking at so easily. It's so weird because on some things, like, it is absolutely impossible to get it into the right snapping spot unless you were just looking at just the right place. And then somehow pipes and belts are like, oh, you wanted to plug it into the complete opposite side, right? Right? It's funny. Man, the craziest part is for every one of these pipes, I need 2 water extractors. Oh, that's gonna take up so much space. I was really hoping I could build this entire thing like right outside the swamp, but I'm like, oh, I'm a good like 90% sure there's just, like, no way that's gonna happen, and this is definitely gonna merge. Yeah, yeah. Who am I kidding? Everything that looks like a ton of space looks like that until all of a sudden you throw 48 nuclear reactors in there. So I ran out of plastic. Let's grab a bunch of that and smudge. Wow. I mean, it's keeping up, but I'm actually impressed with how much copper I'm going through right now. Oh, wait a second. Getting ahead of myself here. There we go. Let's cool. All right. Well, that's the first half. So yeah, actually, I forgot, since I'm doing these only in like groups of 6 pipes, they're not that tall, so it's gonna be really easy to just run the 2 belts across. How exactly I want to do that, I'm not sure. I mean, I could obviously just belt it straight across, but I think for something like this, I want to build a little something. Ooh, maybe we'll make it like a little tunnel with the reinforced glass? Reinforced windows. That could be cool. Let's see, what would that look like? Let's play around with it, even though definitely don't need to do this right now. Well, I think it would just make sense to don't need to make it that close, right? Oh, that was the wrong kind of wall. So if we put that there, then we did something like, I mean, I could do a frame floor, do glass. Yeah, actually, let's do glass. So we do glass all the way across to here. And we do another one. And then the reinforced windows, which I need silica for. Makes sense. Fair enough. Okay. And then let's see. So the question is, where would I? Yeah, actually, no, I'd want the belts on this thing, I think. So for both of them, it would be like that. I just need to make, I think the left one is the Mark III. Pretty sure. Just copy that. Okay, so that would be like that, and then that. I just wanted to make sure. Actually, no, I know. This is going to be 8, so it doesn't. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if it's set up like that, it actually connects to the lift and not the door. I mean, it's better that way, but... Alright, so you might as well just bring it down to the middle. And then I wonder if I should probably set up the lifts first, just to make sure. So this side is lift 1, Mark 1. Switch this one to Mark 3. There we go. Okay. So, and then you, yep, and then it connects all the way in. Beautiful. Where is that? It's halfway. Ooh, maybe I should push it back one more. Because right now, like all the rest of them, I could add a support right there. I mean, granted, I could do it like just with the wall. But right here, I wouldn't be able to because the pipe goes all the way there. So if I push it back one more, then I can still add some sort of like foundation or pillar in the middle. And I can still do it for like right down the very center too. I can add probably just a small. Yeah, the small will fit without clipping. Well, I guess I'd probably want it to clip into itself or the floor. Yeah, I guess we would just do the floor then. I like that. Ooh la la la. Exactly. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So we would just need to get rid of everything, basically. Not just all the belts. Oh. I mean, honestly, I'd rather have the glass facing that way. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so get rid of you. Let's place one more. Get our conveyor walls back in. Okay, so this one is Mark 1. Pointing that way. This one's Mark 3. And let's place them over here. Switch them around. Cool. So Mark 1, Mark 3. Middle to the end. To the middle. There. All right. Yeah, I think that's how I'll do the manifold part that goes over. And I was gonna do the glass floor again, but what if I did the glass roof just to have it? Would that look better? Actually, don't know if that's actually might just look like the glass foundation better. Well, it is, the roof's nice because it doesn't have that thing going down the middle. It just has one fatter side, I guess. Like it just has this part, which, whatever. Yeah, I might just use the roofs. Let me just go grab silica. I think Alright, so I think they've probably brought enough. Okay, so I do have some silica. So I don't think I have any over here yet. Nope. You know, I guess there's a good chance. Alright, so let's think about this. Is there anything else that I really want? Need? Oh, that's in a plastic. Yeah, I'm glad. Copper sheets, it might not be. Actually, no, I know it's not enough. What am I thinking? We'll switch you back. You can keep coming back here. But let's turn off the... Yeah, we can turn off silica. Alright, so we'll finish that later, I guess. Let's go back to piping. Alright, so... we should be able to do the same thing. Alright, so... 1, 2. One, two. that? Oh, I guess that is. So it's just the angle, or it's the shadow. And then 3. Okay, so do those ones manually. Let's get a place down over here. 1, 2. Oh, I got carried away. I didn't need to go this far. Not a big deal. I guess I could have just deleted the top part. Oh, yeah. These are farther in. I guess this makes sense. Bummer. Okay. Well, if they can't reach, let's just add this right here. Just to keep it all the same. Did it go around? Oh, alright, cool. Oh, that's what I copied. I thought I copied the pipe. Okay, so we gotta bring 1, 2. It goes into there. 1, 2. You know, I'm just gonna do that for these. Just get these sorted away. Trim off the extra pieces. Cool. That one snapped to the wrong side. Alright. Wrong side. Okay, so just gotta make sure we go the right direction. So if I go from the wall to the pipe, then it'll give me that instead. Nice. All right, last two for this row. Wait a second. Let's just say that's not what that's supposed to be. All right. Nice. All right. Three hours. Just ran out of water, so I'm gonna run downstairs. I should probably get up and stretch anyways. So let me put a. Where are you? Can I? There we go. All right, now it's on the front. Sweet. So now there's a beer back. So I'll be right back. Figured I should actually put that up for once. Cool. Be right back. let's put that. Cool. Cool. Alright, so I do want to. Oh man, what did I do to OBS? By moving that thing up. Oh, is it because it's still selected? How do I unselect this thing? I guess. OBS, you're so weird sometimes. I just don't know how to use it. Alright. Good enough. Alright, so I definitely want to get at least this part of all the piping done. And then we'll see where we're at. Thinking it might be nap time for me sometime soon. But oh man, there's still a lot to do with this project. That is for sure. Okay, some more. Plenty of plastic. And. Ooh, there we go. Oh, beautiful copper sheets. I could probably still do another trip or two and be. Still be not enough. Ready. Okay. Oh man. What am I doing? Just spacing out, piping away, not actually plugging anything in where it's supposed to go. Okay. these. At least 3 easy. Okay, cool. So, last 4. All right. So it should be all the pipes, just for this section at least. We gotta figure out how to fill them all up. But out of curiosity, where's my spreadsheet? Because I know as far as like the splitters go, Mark 1 all the way, no issues, because it's a whopping 19.2 fuel rods. But on the recycling end, how much waste am I making? 960. Why did I think Mark 3 belts were enough? Where did I get that from? Oh, well, I guess each row, I guess, is actually gonna, that is gonna be right, isn't it? Divided by 4. That's why. Oh man, I did actually do it right. All right, fine. Okay, so the issue though is, let's see. So wait, how much am I at? 960? Is that what it is? I just said it. 960 is right here. So let's double check. 960. Yeah. Okay. So, well, wait, Mark 4 is 480, right? Oh, that's cool. Okay. So I merge these 2 belts and I get a Mark 4. Completely full. Oh, that's beautiful. 'Cause that's just so much easier to like make sure you do it right. Okay, so let's sort out that. This is really as far as like all my planning has gone, actually. Was laying this stuff out. So I saved these blueprints, and now all of my blueprints that I've made are all used up. Okay, so I guess I really don't need to make a blueprint for this, do I? I'm just gonna make 2 of them. Okay. So I just basically want to make 2 versions, just little versions of these. So I think this is going to be the only basic wall. Well, keep that in. Where are the... I think it was just iron plates, right? Okay, so let's grab ourselves the walls, go down to conveyor connectors, fix it. Okay, so so let's just make this standard for now. There we go. So you're gonna come in here. You're gonna so that one's easy because I can have it come straight down the middle. This one would be ugly, so I guess we'll just use a Mark II. And then so I actually can have this all fit in one foundation. I'm not sure if it was going to quite line up right. Let's see. Okay, so let's make sure. Yep. So it's this one. Oh yeah, there we go. Straight in. We can just pretend like the floor holes aren't really even there. And it's going to be the inside. Well, outside, inside. Depending on how you look at it. But let's make sure. Yep, Mark 3. Alright, we want this to go straight into there. Nice. I guess since I made this standard now, I forgot the belts are gonna be. I should just color it afterwards. Yeah, we'll make it's easier to see if I screw something up or need to just recolor it. So we'll just lay the class foundation on top. Awesome. Okay, so there's. So this is basically one waist. There's one waistline that'll run down there, and then we're just gonna make the same thing right here. So, yep, that'll be the only one. And then we've got Mark II. Mark 1, Mark 1. And we'll just repaint. Oh. Wait, why? Okay, so grab ourselves the merger. And straight into the merger. And then we've got ourselves cool. So there's all the waste. Okay, fine. Guess we're finally did a pretty good job. Okay. Did I ever get more of those? Nope. Alright, let's grab case industrial beams. Okay, let's turn those off. Might need more, but whatever. Okay, where are we now? I think. Alright, so those are going to be the two waistlines, and then at some point we have to figure that out. But I figure this is a good first half. I guess it's really the second half. So I'm thinking. I guess let's see. I could do. Where's? Yeah, I got plenty of that stuff. Okay. Oh, fine. I shouldn't have known it wasn't going to line up completely even. Alright, so I want there to be at least a little bit of a gap. So these can go, should be able to go to here. Where's that blueprint? Yep, okay. I guess I definitely don't want there to be too big of a gap, because then that just pushes more and more of the factory into the swamp. It's not exactly what I want, because of the... really just how it mutes the colors. It's just so dark. Yeah, and that is going to be rough, because for some of these, I need a good amount of machines, I think. I really have no idea how I'm going to lay this factory out. It's a good thing that I'm just going to do this, and then I'm probably... I think I'm probably going to call it after... Actually, I think I might do those bridges real quick, because I know how I want to do those. So I'm probably going to knock those out, and I think that's going to be it for today. Now let me think about how in the world am I going to design the rest of the factory. Figured it would just kind of like come into shape, because so we've got lots of water extractors to do. Actually, for every one of these pipes, it's going to need to be connected to 2 water extractors, so you know, about 100. And that's just the amount that I need for this. There's actually still a bunch of water, not nearly as much, but I will need even more for the refineries in the factory part. I think the most go to copper. So we've got a ton of water extractors to place, and then a whole bunch of refineries. That's probably the biggest piece, even though there's a ton of manufacturers. Ooh. Yeah, good amount of manufacturers we're going to be placing. But not too bad so far. Okay, so I guess we'll just soup it up and delete those. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Spin you. And, oh, cool. Alright, so the... Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So... One Mark 3. Cool. Oh, I set both of those up backwards. There we go. Oh man, I guess I am getting sleepy. Okay, so yeah. Let's I guess that's really, what else was I gonna do here? Oh, the rents, right, the windows. So how does, yeah, let's see how this looks. Oh, alright. And then I was thinking use just the flat roof. And let's see, so I guess we could just do it like that. Yeah, I like that. And then I'll, let's see, what are we gonna do here? Probably big metal. But is just the big metal? Maybe I guess I kind of if I add the small metal. Eh. It's not bad. Let's see, where's the middle? There's the middle. Oh, that's right. So I should go. Small metal. Oh wait, I didn't want it to clip through the top. So, oh wait, no, this is the same height. What was it? I was thinking of something else. Oh yeah, I'm all of a sudden very ready for that. It has been almost 4 hours. This is not too shabby. Nice. Yeah, I think I like that. It's I guess out of all the pieces, this pillar would have been the one to blueprint, but that's all right. All right, so that's right. One on the inside. So let's grab our. I think these ones are steel, right? Yeah, I'm doing steel. Alright, so there. That was not any faster, that's for sure. Let's see, the middle is right here. So you there, and there, and there. Easy enough. So I'm pretty sure closest to the reactor is the waste. So let's just place these ones. It'll flip around. So there and there. And then good old Mark 1 for the fuel rods. Alright, let's finish these little, I don't even know what you call these. Alright, so get these pillars placed, and that is where we are going to call it. So I am sleepy. Alright, so let's get the small metal pillars. The funny thing is, this one is the one that didn't need it. I could have just ran those straight right on the ground. But I am a sucker for symmetry. And it would have looked weird if those three did it and then that one didn't. I wonder if that'll need lights. Oh, I mean, it doesn't need lights, but if I should add some fun little green accent lights in there somewhere, but I think we'll let this continue for a bit. Let's see if we can get a good screenshot of our work in progress here. And it really just, we didn't even need to show all of them, because this is the most exciting part, I think. Somewhere in the middle. That looks pretty close. Maybe. not too bad. Awesome. Well, let me remember to save. Definitely want to say thanks again for everybody that came by, watched, chatted, lurked. I appreciate all of it. I really do. It's fun to play this game, and it's even more fun when I get to hang out with fun people. So thanks again, everyone, and I hope everybody has a super fun time Saturday. And I'm sure that I will stream in the next couple days. So hope to see you there, and I will see you all next time.